which means you ever wondered why your legs feel heavy after sitting for too long, or why walking for just 5 minutes can suddenly make your entire body feel lighter, clearer, even more alive, which means there's a reason for that, and it lies in a hidden powerhouse inside your lower leg. It's your calf muscle, an often overlooked part of your anatomy that science now calls the second heart. That's not just pathetic language, it's physiological truth. You see, which means while your heart pumps blood downward with gravity, there's another system that's responsible for getting blood back up against gravity, all the way from your feet to your chest and brain. Which means, and it's not your heart doing that alone, it's your calves. Every time your calf muscles contract, whether you're walking, stretching, or simply flexing your feet, they squeeze the veins deep within your legs and propel blood back toward the heart. This action is known as the muscle pump mechanism. Without it, blood and lymph can begin to pool in your lower extremities, leading to fatigue, swelling, brain fog, and even cardiovascular strain. This is especially important as we age. As we get older, circulation naturally slows. Veins can weaken, muscles lose tone, and our lifestyles often become more sedentary, especially in the evenings or after meals. The result, poor venous return, cold feet, swollen ankles, and in many cases, an overwhelmed cardiovascular system that's doing twice the work. All because your second heart isn't getting the attention it needs. Now, here's where the empowerment begins, which means you don't need medication to improve this. You don't even need a gym. With just a few natural, movement-based protocols and a deeper understanding of how your circulatory system really works, you can reactivate this second heart, support your brain and heart health, reduce inflammation, which means, and feel more energized all from the ground up. In this video, we're going to explore what's actually happening in your body when your calf muscles move, and how that affects your entire circulatory and lymphatic system, why many seniors suffer from cold feet, dizziness, or sluggish. Gently reverse at the specific time of day when your second day where it needs the most support, the foods and micronutrients that help your blood vessels and muscle pumps work in harmony, and simple daily habits, some just 60 seconds long, that can drastically improve your vascular health, brain oxygenation, and longevity. We'll also talk about a few gentle protocol sauce like walking after dinner, pairing potassium-rich foods with movement means, and a natural breathing technique that supports circulation without raising your blood pressure. This isn't about pushing harder or exercising more. It's about learning to work with your body's design so your energy isn't leaking out but building up from within. So if you care about sleeping deeper, healing faster, and aging with energy, make sure to watch until the end and subscribe so you don't miss the natural wisdom your body is craving. Your heart is a magnificent pump, but it's not working alone. Every second, your heart sends freshly oxygenated blood downward into your body through arteries. Gravity helps that process, but getting that blood and the used up, deoxygenated fluid back up from your feet and legs is an entirely different challenge. And that's where your calf muscles step in. Deep inside your lower legs are two critical muscles, the gastrocnemius and the soleus. And together, they're sometimes referred to as the peripheral heart or the second heart, not because they beat, but because of what they move. Every time you step, flex your ankle, or rise up on your toes, calf muscles contract. And as they do, they squeeze the deep veins in your lower legs, pushing blood upward through one-way valves toward the heart. This movement is called the muscle pump mechanism, and without it, body's entire circulatory efficiency suffers. When you're active, this pump is engaged naturally. But when you're sitting for long periods, watching TV, driving, reading, even during sleep, this second heart goes quiet. Blood begins to pool in the lower legs. Over time, that pooled blood puts pressure on your veins, weakens the valves, and may lead to common issues like cold feet, swelling edema, spider veins, or even more serious vascular problems. And here's where it becomes especially relevant for older adults with age. Both muscle mass and venous elasticity decline. Your calf muscles may lose tone, and the veins in your legs can weaken, making it harder for your body to return blood upward efficiently. The result, your heart has to work harder, and you may feel chronically tired, lightheaded upon standing, or foggy after meals. All symptoms linked to sluggish lower body circulation. But there's good news. Your body is designed to heal itself. And to adapt, you don't need extreme workouts or prescriptions. You simply need to re-engage this built-in pump with intentional movement. One of the simplest ways. 2 raises. Try this now wherever you are. While standing, gently raise your heels off the ground and squeeze your calves. Hold for a moment, then lower. Do this 10 to 15 times, and you've just activated your second heart. Research from the Journal of Applied Physiology confirms that repeated calf contractions can significantly increase venous return and reduce lower limb stagnation. Another easy protocol is seated ankle pumping. If you're reading or watching TV, lift your toes and then your heels in a slow, rocking motion. It's subtle, but deeply effective, especially for those with limited mobility or those recovering from illness. Hydration plays a role, too. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes more viscous or thicker. That makes circulation harder and reduces the efficiency of your muscle pumps. Aim for mineral-rich hydration throughout the day. ideally with electrolytes from natural sources like lemon water, coconut water, or even a pinch of sea salt in your morning glass. Another overlooked factor is footwear. Narrow shoes or tight socks can compress the lower legs and restrict the natural action of the calf pump. Going barefoot, when safe and appropriate, allows for more natural movement of the ankle and foot muscles, which are closely linked to calf activation. Consider gentle barefoot walking on safe indoor surfaces, using two spacers to realign foot posture and restore ankle flexibility. For those who want to go a step further, rebounding, that gentle bouncing on a mini trampoline, has shown remarkable benefits for lymphatic drainage and circulatory stimulation. Just a few minutes a day can wake up the entire lower body pump system and improve mental clarity. You're not just jumping, you're unlocking a hydraulic feedback system built into your own physiology. All of this reminds you your calf muscles aren't just there for aesthetics or athleticism. They're part of your body's core infrastructure for healing, detoxifying, and sustaining energy. If this is helping you see health differently, tap the like button. It helps us reach more people who need this. So as you move through your day, remember this: circulation is not automatic. It's participatory, which your body is not a machine that wears out. It's a living, adaptable system that thrives on intelligent input. And every step you take, every time you rise on your toes, which means you're not just moving your legs, you're feeding your brain, nourishing your heart, and reactivating a system that's designed to keep you well for life. Subscribe if you're learning something new, because there's more natural healing wisdom to come. Gravity is both a gift and a challenge for your body. When it comes to blood flow, gravity helps your heart send oxygen-rich blood down to your legs with ease. But getting that blood back up from your feet to your heart and brain is a different story, and for many adults over 50, it's where one of the most overlooked causes of fatigue, dizziness, swelling, and brain fog begins. Your circulatory system is built with safeguards to overcome this awful challenge. Inside your veins, especially in your legs, you have venous valves. These are tiny, one-way flaps that open to allow blood to flow upward the heart and then close quickly to prevent it from slipping backward. Think of them like elevator doors that only open in one direction. But here's the catch: these valves rely on muscle contraction to work. And over time, as we age, two things tend to happen. The calf muscles become less active, especially in sedentary lifestyles or those with joint issues. The valves themselves weaken or stiffen due to loss of collagen, oxidative stress, and circulatory strain. This condition is called chronic venous insufficiency, and it's far more common than most realize, affecting up to 40% of people over age 60. The signs often begin suppling heavier legs at night, cold feet, visible vein, or lightheadedness when rising from a chair. But these aren't just normal aging. They're signals that your second heart, the calf pump, isn't getting enough support. And here's where the physiology gets even more interesting. After meals, your body sends a large portion of blood to your digestive tract. This post-meal pooling, called postprandial stasis, can temporarily reduce the amount of circulating blood available to your brain. If your calf pump and venous valves aren't working efficiently, that blood tends to stay in your legs, contributing to after-meal fatigue, foggy thinking, or even blood pressure drops when standing. So how do we support these valves naturally? First, with movement. Gentle, rhythmic activities like walking, Tai Chi, which means, or even slow dancing create a pumping action that sends a wave of pressure upward through the veins, helping to close the valves and restore proper blood flow. One study published in The Lancet showed that even low-intensity movement, when done consistently, helped improve venous return and reduce leg swelling in older adults. Second, with nutrients that support vascular tone and collagen integrity. Your veins are not static tubes. They're dynamic tissues made of collagen, elastin, and smooth muscle. Nutrients like vitamin C, copper, and bioflavonoids, especially from citrus peels and berries, help maintain the flexibility and resilience of your venous walls. This in turn supports valve function. A great protocol for this is a daily citrus peel tea. Just steeping a strip of organic lemon or orange peel in warm water. Add a few slices of fresh ginger, which means, and you have a circulation supporting tonic that's rich in natural compounds like hesperidin and naringin, which are shown to improve vein elasticity and blood flow. Hydration also plays a vital role. Dehydrated tissues become stiff, and when your blood volume is low due to dehydration, the pressure within your veins drops, making it harder for the valves to function properly. Start your day with a glass of water with a pinch of unrefined salt and a squeeze of lemon to rehydrate and support vascular tone from the inside out. You don't need to fight your body. Just understand it. What's happening in your body is a beautiful interplay of pressure, rhythm, and structure. And when you give it the movement and nutrients it needs, your blood flows more freely, your energy returns, and that when you're hungry and that lightness in your legs, that's your body thanking you. If this gave you a new insight into your circulation, consider tapping the like button. It's a small act that helps us reach more people with holistic health knowledge. And remember, feeling clear, balanced, and energized is not reserved for the young. It belongs to anyone willing to support their second heart and give their body what it needs to thrive at any age. Subscribe for more natural health wisdom, because your body is more capable than you've been told. When circulation slows, the consequences ripple far beyond your legs. You might think of sluggish blood flow as something that only causes swollen ankles or cold feet. But the truth is, when blood can't efficiently return from your lower body, your entire system feels the impact, especially your brain and your heart. Here's why. Your brain is one of the most oxygen-demanding organs in your body. It uses about 20% of your oxygen supply, even though it's only about 2% of your body weight. For your brain to stay sharp, balanced, and well-functioning, it relies on steady blood flow, not just downward from your heart, but upward return from your legs, a full loop. Now imagine that blood is pooling in your lower legs because your calf muscles are inactive, or your venous valves are weakening. That means your heart has to work harder to pull blood back up, and that reduces the pressure gradient necessary for oxygenated blood to flow efficiently to your brain. You may experience this ass-foggy thinking, especially after meals or long periods of sitting dizziness when standing up, headaches, or facial flushing after standing too long, a deep fatigue that doesn't quite lift. Even with rest, these aren't just signs of getting older. They're feedback from your circulatory and lymphatic systems telling you they need more movement. Not necessarily more intensity, but more intelligent engagement of the second heart. Here's another dimension to this: your lymphatic system. Unlike your blood vessels, which have the heart to pump them, your lymphatic vessels have no central pump. They rely completely on muscle movement and breathing, especially deep diaphragmatic breathing, to move lymph, which carries waste, immune cells, and toxins out of your tissues. The calf muscles play a key role here. 2. Surrounding the lymphatic vessels in your legs are clusters of nodes and capillaries. Each step you take, each time you engage your calves, you're pushing lymph upward, helping to clear out inflammation, flush metabolic waste, and reduce the burden on your immune system. When the lymph slows, toxins build up, inflammation lingers, healing slows. You may notice this as bloating, puffiness in the legs or face, brain fog, or persistent low-grade fatigue. But again, this is reversible. A simple protocol that supports both blood flow and lymphatic drainage is something called the heel to pump. It's gentle enough for almost everyone. While seated or standing, lift your heels, then your toes, back and forth in a slow rhythm. Do this for 2 minutes in the morning and again after dinner. Research in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity shows that light rhythm movement like this can measurably increase both venous return and lymph transport in adults over 60. Another overlooked helper: breathwork, which means deeply your diaphragm moves downward. This creates negative pressure in the chest and abdominal cavities, which draws blood and lymph upward, supporting both circulation and detoxification. Practicing 5 minutes of diaphragmatic breathing, especially in the evening, can help you calm the nervous system and assist this internal flow. Try this before bed. Place one hand on your chest and one on your belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose for a count of 4, feeling your belly rise. Exhale for a count of 6. Repeat. You're not just relaxing, you're literally helping your second heart do its job more easily. Supportive nutrients matter here as well. The brain and heart rely on a clear flow of blood for optimal function, and that flow is supported by nutrients like magnesium, omega-3 fatty acids, and nitrates from foods like beets and leafy greens. These help dilate blood vessels and reduce resistance, allowing blood to flow more freely to and from the brain. One natural protocol: drink 46 ounces of beet juice or eat steamed beet greens in the late afternoon. This supports nitric oxide production, which relaxes blood vessels and enhances circulation, particularly helpful before an evening walk or gentle stretching session. If this helped you understand the connection between your legs and your brain a little more clearly, tap that button and share this video with someone who could benefit from reactivating their second heart. Your body isn't failing you. It's just waiting for the right inputs, the right rhythms, and the right attention. Subscribe. This perspective is helping you see aging differently, because your body is designed to heal, and your circulation is the river of that healing. Movement is essential for circulation, but nutrients are the fuel make that movement effective. You can walk, stretch, or do calf raises every day, but if your body is missing the essential minerals and vitamins that govern muscle contractions, nerve signals, and blood vessel tone, the results will be limited. Your second heart, your calf muscle pump, isn't just mechanical. It's metabolic. It relies on certain key nutrients to function smoothly and respond with precision. Let's look at 3 of the most critical: magnesium, potassium, and vitamin E. First, magnesium. Often called the master mineral, magnesium plays over 300 roles in the body, but one of its most important is regulating muscle contraction and relaxation. Without enough magnesium, your muscles can become overly tense, prone or fatigue quickly. The calf muscle is especially sensitive because it works constantly when you're standing or walking. But when you're hungry, which means if you've ever experienced a cramp at night, that sudden, painful Charlie horse, it's often a sign that your magnesium levels are depleted. Magnesium also helps regulate vascular tone, the ability of your blood vessels to contract and relax. That means it supports smoother blood flow, reduced resistance, and less strain on your heart. A study published hypertension research showed that magnesium supplementation in older adults led to improved endothelial function, the lining of blood vessels, which directly impacts circulation and cardiovascular health. Natural protocol include magnesium-rich foods in your dinner to support overnight muscle recovery and circulation. These include pumpkin seeds, spinach, Swiss chard, avocado, and almonds. For many older adults, a magnesium glycinate supplement before bed can also improve sleep and reduce nighttime leg cramps. Next, potassium, the mineral that balances sodium and supports the electrical activity of your muscles and nerves. Potassium allows your muscles, including your calves, to contract and release efficiently. Without enough potassium, your muscles may feel weak, heavy, or sluggish, and your heartbeat can become irregular. But potassium does more than support muscle performance. It helps regulate fluid balance inside and outside your cells. That means less swelling, less water retention in the legs, and more efficient movement of blood and lymph. Low potassium can also make your veins more reactive to pressure, increasing the risk of pooling and poor venous return. Unfortunately, which many people, especially seniors, fall far short of their daily potassium needs. And it's not just from avoiding bananas. It's often due to low intake of potassium-rich vegetables and leafy greens, as well as medications that deplete potassium like certain diuretics. Natural protocol to eat 1 cup of cooked leafy greens per day. Beet greens, dandelion greens, or kale. These are some of the most potassium-dense foods available and also support the liver and lymph. Pair them with olive oil and lemon for better absorption. Finally, vitamin E. While less commonly discussed in circulation, vitamin E is a fat-soluble antioxidant that protects blood vessels and supports red blood cell flexibility, helping them pass through tiny capillaries and return from the lower body with less resistance. Vitamin E also helps prevent platelet aggregation, meaning it supports smooth, clot-free blood flow. One clinical study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that individuals with higher vitamin intake had better peripheral circulation and reduced oxidative damage in vascular tissue, both of which help your second heart do its job more efficiently. Natural protocol include natural vitamin E sources like sunflower seeds, hazelnuts, almonds, and avocados. Avoid synthetic forms often labeled as an alpha tocopherol in low-quality supplements, as they may not offer the same benefits and could interfere with the natural balance of tocopherols and tocotrienols. Together, these nutrients form a circulatory synergy. Magnesium helps your calves contract and relax rhythmically. Potassium fuels that contraction and supports fluid balance. Vitamin E protects the vessels that carry the blood and keeps things moving freely. And all three work better when delivered through real food and well-timed meals. If you're learning something new, tap the like button. It helps us spread this kind of natural, empowering health information to more people. This isn't about supplements alone. It's about nutrition as support, giving your body the raw materials it needs to do what it's already trying to dog circulate, detoxify, and regenerate. Your calf muscle pump is powerful, but it runs best when it's nourished well. Subscribe for more natural protocols that respect your biology and support the long game of aging with energy. Not all movement is created equal. When you move matters, especially when it comes to activating your calf and supporting healthy circulation. One of the most overlooked times your body needs that second heart is right after you eat, which in understanding why could completely shift how you think about digestion, energy, and longevity. After a meal, especially one rich in fats and carbohydrates, your body redirects a significant portion of your blood flow away from your muscles and toward your digestive organs. This natural process, called postprandial hyperemia, helps your stomach, liver, pancreas, and intestines absorb and process nutrients. It's vital. But here's the catch. If you're sedentary after eating, sitting or lying down for extended periods, that redirected blood has a tendency to pool in your lower body. This is known as postprandial stasis, and it can lead to a cascade of symptoms like heaviness in the legs, brain fog, sluggish digestion, even a drop in blood pressure or energy levels that hits you like a wave. The reason this happens is because your calf muscle pump goes offline during inactivity. Without movement, your veins and lymph vessels don't get the mechanical pressure they need to push fluids back up toward the heart and brain. The result? Circulatory stagnation. Your second heart is essentially asleep when your body needs it most. But just 10 minutes of walking after a meal can change everything. Multiple studies, including one published in Diabetes Care, show that walking after meals not only improves blood sugar control, but also enhances venous return, reduces inflammation, and improves nutrient absorption. That's right. Movement after meals doesn't just burn calories. It improves how well your body digests, detoxifies, and recirculates. This is especially important as we age, when circulation naturally slows and digestion becomes more sensitive to change. Here's a simple protocol. Take a slow 10-minute walk within 20 minutes after your largest meal of the day. This can be around your house, your garden, or simply pacing indoors. The goal isn't to exercise, it's to engage the calf pump, to gently wake up the second heart and assist your circulatory system in redistributing blood and nutrients efficiently. If walking isn't possible, try a seated circulation routine while sitting, which raise your heels and then your toes in an alternating rhythm. Pair it with gentle belly breathing to support both lymph and venous flow. This simple practice can dramatically reduce that heavy, sluggish feeling many people associate with aging or big meals. Another supportive technique is to elevate your legs slightly before bed, especially if you've been sedentary during the evening. Lying down with your calves on a pillow or cushion can help shift fluid back toward your core and relieve any pooling that occurred earlier in the day. This improves nighttime recovery and may even support deeper sleep. What's also important is not overeating at night, when the body naturally enters a lower metabolic state. Large meals late in the evening can lead to blood stagnation in the gut and legs, making it harder for the calf pump to restore balance, especially if you're already at rest. Try keeping evening meals smaller and rich in potassium and magnesium, like a warm salad with leafy greens and pumpkin seeds, and follow with light movement. One more natural supporting bitter herbs like dandelion root, ginger, or artichoke leaf before meals. These stimulate bile flow and help circulation redirect efficiently toward the digestive system without pooling. A small warm tonic before dinner can prepare your body for nourishment and reduce the circulatory strain that often accompanies heavy meals. If this is giving you new insights into your daily rhythms, hit the like button, because these small, consistent choices truly change how we age. Remember, your body isn't just passively digesting your food. It's reallocating blood, activating muscles, detoxifying waste, and engaging an entire vascular symphony, all coordinated through timing and gentle movement. When you understand that your calf isn't just a muscle but an active participant in digestion, circulation, and brain health, you start to treat every walk, every raise, every post-meal step not as a chore, but as a healing ritual. Subscribe for more grounded, natural wisdom about how your body works. Because health isn't something you chase, which means something you support moment by moment. The most powerful health routines don't from force or intensity. They come from rhythm. And when it comes to supporting your second heart, the calf muscle pump, daily natural rhythms are your greatest ally. You don't need high-impact workouts or complex equipment. What you need is consistency in small, smart habits that awaken your circulation and honor your body's design. Let's explore a few habits that take only minutes per day but can make a measurable difference in how you feel. In your legs, your brain, your energy, and your sleep. Start with a simple morning activation. After you wake up, before coffee, before checking your phone, stand beside your bed or chair and perform 10-15 slow calf raises. As you rise onto your toes, inhale deeply. As you lower back down, exhale slowly. You're gently waking your second heart, encouraging blood and lymph flow upward after a night of being horizontal. This also primes your brain for better alertness. Research in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy has shown that light movement first thing in the morning helps reduce orthostatic hypotension, the dizziness some people feel upon standing, by pre-engaging the calf and thigh pumps before the circulatory shift occurs. Another key habit: movement snacks. Every hour that you're sitting, take 2 minutes to move. That could be a short walk to refill your water, or simply marching in place or doing seated heel to pumps. If you're on a long phone call, do it standing and incorporate a few to raises. These small circulatory pulses prevent the stagnation that leads to swelling and fatigue later in the day. Pair these with hydration cues. Each time you drink a glass of water, especially mineralized water with a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon, follow it with 30 seconds of movement. Why? Because movement helps distribute the water into your tissues and supports the electrolytes in reaching your muscles. This is hydration that circulates. Another excellent habit is barefoot grounding. When safe and possible, spend a few minutes walking barefoot on natural surfaces, grass, sand, or even a textured indoor mat. This not only activates over 4,000 nerve endings in your feet, but also strengthens the small muscles and fascia that support your calves and ankles. A 2020 study in Frontiers in Physiology found that proprioceptive stimulation, the body's awareness of movement and position from the soles of the feet, improved calf muscle recruitment and balance in older adults, all of which enhances circulation. If barefoot walking isn't comfortable, try a foam rolling or self-massage routine in the evening. Gently rolling the calves and feet with a softball or roller helps relax tension, improve lymph flow, and prepare your second heart for a restful night. And speaking of night, let's talk about sleep position. If you struggle with restless legs, swelling, or cold feet at night, try elevating your legs for 15 minutes before bed. Simply lie on the floor and place your calves on a chair or ottoman, or lie with a pillow under your knees. This reduces gravitational resistance and supports venous return, helping your heart relax into deeper deeper rest. Combine this with deep belly breathing and you've created a powerful pre-sleep circulatory reset. Finally, consider keeping a circulation journal, not to track perfection, but to bring awareness. Note when your legs feel light versus heavy. What meals precede brain fog? What small movement boosts your mood? Over time, which means you'll start to see patterns that connect your second heart to how your entire body and mind feels. If you're finding these tips useful, tap the like button to support this channel's mission. We want this kind of grounded, natural wisdom to reach as many people as possible. The truth is, you don't need to fight aging. You need to flow with it. And circulation is that flow. By reactivating your second heart through gentle, rhythmic habits, you support everything from mental clarity to joint comfort. From better digestion to a deeper night's sleep. You don't need to overhaul your life. You just need to move with more intention and nourish your body with what it's quietly asking for. Subscribe if you haven't already, because what we're building here is a lifestyle of healing, not hype. And your second heart, it's ready to help. So, your calf isn't just a muscle, it's a second heart, a vital part of your body's built-in circulatory intelligence, a quiet powerhouse designed to help move blood, support detoxification, and return oxygen-rich energy to your brain, your heart, and every organ in between. And just like your first heart, it needs daily support. We've explored how the calf muscle pump works, contracting every time you walk or flex your foot, pushing blood and lymph fluid back upward through one-way valves in your veins. When those valves weaken, or when the calf pump lies dormant due to inactivity, blood begins to pool in the legs. The result, heaviness, swelling, fatigue, brain fog, poor sleep, and eventually a burdened cardiovascular system working harder than it needs to. But the beauty is your body is not broken. It's responsive. It's waiting for you to give it what it needs. And that starts with awareness and then rhythm. We discussed how circulation becomes more sluggish with age, not just because we get older, but because we move less, we breathe less deeply, and often we're missing key micronutrients that our vessels and muscles depend on. But when you bring intentional movement, mineral-rich hydration, and targeted nutrients back into your daily routine, the second heart starts beating again. Not with pressure, but with gentle, rhythmic flow. Let's quickly recap the core tools you now have to support this vital system morning movement test. Start your day with 10 to 15 calf raises. This gently activates the second heart and prepares your circulation for standing, walking, and thinking clearly. Post-meal walking, just 10 minutes of light walking after lunch or dinner engages the calf pump, reduces blood pooling, and aids digestion, especially crucial after your largest meal of the day. Targeted nutrition include magnesium from leafy greens or pumpkin seeds, potassium from beet greens, avocado, and vitamin E's from sunflower seeds, almonds to support rhythm, vessel flexibility, and clean blood flow. Micro movements to break long periods of sitting with 2-minute circulation. Snacks, heel to pumps, ankle circles, or simply standing for a stretch every hour help prevent stasis. Breathwork and lymph flow. Deep belly breathing paired with gentle leg elevation before bed reduces tension and supports both blood return and lymphatic detox, helping you sleep deeper and recover more fully. These tools aren't difficult. They're just different from what most of us were taught. And sometimes it takes a shift in perspective to realize that health doesn't always come from more medication or stricter routines. It comes from tuning into what your body is already trying to do. Your body wants to circulate. It wants to detox, to move. And when you support your second heart, you support that healing process from the ground up. So here's your natural health challenge for the next 3 days. Try this evening protocol. After dinner, go for a 5-minute walk. Nothing strenuous, just movement. Then elevate your legs for 10 or 15 minutes while practicing slow, deep breathing. Notice how your sleep feels. Notice if your feet feel lighter. Track your mood and clarity the next morning. You might be surprised how quickly your body responds when you give it flow instead of force. And if you found this helpful, if something clicked, hungry, which means, or you learned something new, let us know in the comments what will you try first. What's your current rhythm and what would you love to improve? Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey of natural healing and healthy aging. We're building something real here, a lifestyle rooted in science, movement, nourishment, and trust in the body's own design, which means your second heart is ready, and so is your body. You just need to give it what it's been craving all along.